I'm gonna throw out a word and you tell me what this do for you. Jealousy. All right, y'all, we back for our first video like we promised. So again, this is Ray and I'm V. This is my daughter.
And that's my mom.
And we're here to give advice. We're here to tell our stories, share some story times to help other mothers and daughters who might be experiencing challenging times to get over them and to build stronger bonds. That's really what we're here to do. So, as I told y'all in the intro, this is my firstborn daughter. She's not the only child, but she thinks she is. So, moms, do you have other kids or maybe gaps between your children?
Let us know how much of a gap it is and how y'all feel about a bigger gap and a smaller gap.
Yeah. So what we're saying is, is it different between kids that you have that are like a year apart versus 2 years apart, or, maybe a big gap, 10 years apart? What's your gap between you and your brother?
So me and my brother, we're 6 years apart. Mm-hmm. 6 years apart. Me and my little sister were, how many years apart are we? 12?
12.
Yeah, 12. So y'all know that's a big age gap. So me being the oldest, I'm 19. My brother is 13. My sister is 7. Everybody have different personalities and doing different stuff, learning different stuff, and it's just crazy. We bump heads all day.
Mm-hmm. And it was cool, I think, for her to be the only child for a long period of time. It was good for me as a mom because I was able to spend a lot of time with her. I was a young mother, and so I was learning, and I don't know if I could have dealt with more than one child at, within a year or 2 years. But I see now that it could cause challenges, right? Mm-hmm. In relating to your siblings and whatnot.
And I feel like what you having me at a younger age, like we grew up together.
But what the hell, boy?
Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's also plays another role. Yeah.
So do you feel like, because, like you said, we kind of grew up together, you feel like they get something different than what you got?
Definitely. If you're the older sibling and you kind of grew up with your parents, like the parent is still learning. So with the first child, it's like not a test, but it's like
I hope not, baby. I hope you wasn't feeling like no test.
It's just different with the younger siblings, with the second siblings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could say for sure, in terms of things that I could do for you versus what I could do for them now as I've grown and am established, I'm gonna just keep it real. Money was a little different when you're in your 20s, you know what I'm saying, versus now. So even that still doesn't take away from all the things that I sacrificed to do for you when I was younger, okay? Mm-hmm. I mean, she grew up like the only child, very spoiled.
I will say that, very spoiled. My mama did what she had to do to make sure I had and got what I want and need. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But now, do you feel like maybe you can't relate as much to your brother, or like he annoy you to another level because y'all older, got that gap between each other?
I feel like I was spoiled, but my brother and sister, they spoiled to the max, like spoiled to the max, to the point where I'm like I was spoiled. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, it's definitely different with me and my siblings. They do like more of what they want, I would say.
That's deep.
Yeah, they get a little more leeway. So
I can respect that. I can accept that too. When you get older and you done it a few times, whoo, you be like, go ahead. Just get out my face, go ahead. Versus with her, I'm like, you know, she gotta do this, she gotta do that. I'm gonna be right there, da 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 da. And you know, they have them commercials when you first have your first child, you doing all this, all that. Second child, you know, you change the diapers you buy, you like, oh, she'll be all right. And so, you know, being the oldest, you probably pick up on that. So I'm gonna throw out a word and you tell me what this do for you. Jealousy?
I wouldn't say I'm jealous of my siblings, but it's definitely like that feeling a little bit like, dang, like y'all doing what I couldn't do. Like, but it's not, I'm not really jealous of them. Like, I get it. But as an older child, you know, I'm more mature to them. So like I said, I get it and I understand now, but yeah, it's definitely like more leeway for them.
And what I try to do is make sure y'all know y'all special in different ways. I mean, of course, you have a special place because you my first child. It's different, but equal in my eyes, right? But have a special place in my heart. What can moms do to make sure that there is not that like J word or, you know, stuff like that?
Showing kids that they're special in different ways. Like, I mean, every kid is different. Not every kid is the same. So I would say just show them love and like the way that they will like it. So
yeah. They have that rule, the golden rule, treat people the way you want to be treated. But the way I try to raise my kids is treat them the way they want to be treated.
Yeah.
Now, this don't mean they run stuff. That ain't the case. It just means that they have different personalities. I know my oldest, she is she's a silent beast, okay? It'll take her a minute, but once she get there, we gonna go toe to toe.
Yes. I mean, my patience is good, but yeah, like she said, once I get there, it's like, it's up there. It's stuck.
It's up.
It's up there and it's stuck there, okay?
So when we get into arguments, I know that she gonna have to step away.
Yes.
And get her mind right for a minute. Otherwise, it could escalate. And, you know, she never disrespectful. I try not to be disrespectful because I feel like moms, we got to respect our kids too. They human beings. Just because, you know, we had them don't mean they don't deserve respect. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but, you know, I don't just bust in her room, in her business, Like, I feel like we keep an open line of communication and then everything else flows from there, right?
Yeah. And I feel like with the mutual respect, like the bond is better. Like, I feel like when the parent and a child have a mutual respect, it's like the bond is better. And I'm speaking that like from experience. Like, me and my mom, she respect me, I respect her. I respect her, she respect me. But when you guys have mutual respect, you guys see eye to eye and have a better relationship.
The whole concept of the oldest sibling is really what we're talking about. I know for a fact that there are oldest that feel like, you know, a lot of responsibility gets placed on them.
Can I touch on that real quick?
Go for it.
I feel like you should definitely respect the oldest too. Because I feel like the oldest is like the third parent, and I know this hit home for most of the oldest because we gotta be there when they need help. So it's just a lot of responsibility to take on, but it's nothing like we can't do it. But it is a lot of responsibility, and it does, you know, get stressful sometimes.
Yeah. Now, see, we gonna keep it real. Cause when she say that, I'll be like cringing because if you're a mom or you're a dad or you're a parent, you know, it take a lot to be a parent. Like for a teenager or the oldest to be like, oh man, I had to go fix a sandwich. I'm the extra parent. That ain't it. To me, like, baby, that's normal stuff. But if we go back and forth with this, but I don't try to make the responsibilities too, egregious, right? I bought her a car. You gonna take your siblings to school. Why is that an issue? You know what I'm saying? But these are the type of things that we go back and forth on. And I'm asking mothers on this video, is that wrong? Please put the comment down below, because we've been going through this for years. Literally, this girl, I got her a car at the age of 16. Does everybody ask them, do they got a car at 16?
And I appreciate it. I do. I definitely appreciate it. I never, I'm not never grateful. But I want to hear from the oldest, what responsibilities do y'all have? And let us know down in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know.
I want to know too. And let us know, is it reasonable, or do you feel like you should be doing less? Or maybe you even consider, after watching this, you could be doing more to help your family. And, I also want to know, what's the biggest thing that you and your siblings argue about? Because, man, some days I'm just like, y'all just woke up ready to argue.
And I feel like when the siblings are around each other too much, it's like y'all bound to go tit for tat because y'all just around each other too much. Like, y'all, space is important for siblings, definitely.
Yeah, I have to keep that in mind sometimes, because I'm always like, I want to make sure my kids are tight as they get older.
Yeah.
But I can't force it.
No, that's going to come naturally. That's definitely going to come naturally. But like I said, if you force it, it's not really going to work. It's just got to be something that comes as y'all growing up, or it just comes naturally.
Yeah. So, this is our first video because we wanted to talk about where she falls in the line in this family, and how it might be impacting her perspective on these videos, and how it's going to impact my perspective on how I approach certain things, because she is my oldest but not my only. So we do have, tons of things to talk about related to the relationship of a mother and daughter. And if you are a daughter or a mother and y'all are the only, tell us how it's different. We would love to know. Like, I can't even imagine what we might be doing if she was the only child. We might be.
I couldn't even imagine, honestly. Woo! I couldn't even imagine that. You blew me with that one. I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
She'd be even worse than she is now.
Yeah.
Super spoiled.
I didn't even say it. Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please come back for the next one. If you like this video, or if you have something to add to the conversation, please click that like button and comment down below what you're thinking.
And don't forget to subscribe and share. And with that being said, we out of here, y'all.
We out of here.
Love is a one in a million. It goes on.